everyone. Let me turn off my notifications. Oh, and my sound on my computer. So give me a second. I've got to turn you guys. Let's see. I think notifications. All right. Oops, not that. Notification sounds. Okay, can y'all hear me all right? I'm gonna move you back now. Hi. If anyone is friends with Emily from Creative Jewels on Facebook, could they send her the link? I can't figure out how to send her the link to my live stream. Please. Thank you. Okay, so today we're going to do part 2 of the top hat. And I have a confession. I messed it up. When you measure your brim here, make sure you add at least a ½ inch, because after I glued everything on last night and I got all my little rivets done on here, I went to put it back on my head and it didn't fit, and I was quite upset. And hi Lenny and Mimi, and let me see if I can remember if that was Christina. So what I had to do last night was I had to unglue the top. Thank goodness I used hot glue. So I just heated it up with my heat gun, took the top off, made a slit completely down the middle, and I had to add this cardboard piece. So today I have to make another top and glue this back on. Not that big of a deal, but if you want to save yourself time from having to do this, then just add about a ½ inch, maybe an inch. Hi Carrie Ann, how are you? So we tried hot gluing this piece on last night, and we wound up having to duct tape it. Not worried about it because I can hide the duct tape. I hem-hawed around about even coming on today, but then I kept hearing Miss Elizabeth in my head going, you gotta show them what you did, because if they make a mistake, how are they gonna know? So, yeah. This is what we're working on. What my husband did was, he had traced the inside of my hat before we cut it, and he added an inch, and he made this circle to fit in here so that when we added the other piece, it would kind of hold it. And yeah, so I have this as my template for my head. I just have to, or my head for the top. I just have to add a little bit to it so that it'll go back over. But I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to cut the little white tabs off of this. I'm going to glue this part to the top of the new one, and then use all these. To do the entire hat, before I had to add the piece, it actually took me 3 sheets of fun foam to do all the rivets. Yeah. And the way I did my rivets is, I I said flip the tweezers. I got the glue and I went around and I just dotted the sides with the glue where I was going to put the rivets. And then I have one of these little why does that look sideways? One of these little pickup tools. It comes with your diamond paintings, and I just poked it into the fun foam and ran it all over where the glue, picked each one up and put it in the glue, and it went really fast. So that's why I've got green, and I've got, oh Lord, there's the sun. Oh, the sun came in. Sorry. There we go. So maybe if I turn this light out. Oh look, now you can see me. I forgot to turn my light out, sorry. That's why there's green fun foam and yellow fun foam, but it doesn't matter about the colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this spot off. And this is my last part of my, what is this called? Poster board that I have. Sorry, I've got a mess going on. So I'm going to trace this. And it's got glue on it because I accidentally glued it to the inside of my hat last night. Now I'm telling you guys to only... Good Lord. Hold on, let me close that curtain. Sorry. Okay, is that going to be better? Okay. Looks better, but I don't know why my channel's grainy, so sorry. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. Oops, oops, oops. I did it again. Hold on. Oh, I can't find my lotion. Okay. But you're going to trace this. Pretend we're just making a whole new top. Okay. Then, I'll set that to the side. Then I'm going to make a bigger circle. And I'm doing like he did last night. I'm still kind of guesstimating. Yep, that so didn't work. That is... Oops, I got that side. Good enough. Okay. So, this part, this is the top of your hat, and then this part here is where we're going to cut the V's out, but I think I'm going to make the V's a little smaller this time. I'm not going to make them quite as big. My lovely circle that's not a circle. My husband told me last night, he said, why didn't you do it right the first time? And I was like, well, First off, I didn't know hot gluing stuff to my cardboard would make it shrink, which I still can't figure out what I did to make it shrink. The only thing I can figure out is that I must have been squeezing it or something at one point when I was trying to put the brim on, and didn't realize that I had squeezed it. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat just yet. Okay. So yeah. And I'm saying add a 1/2 inch because I'll show you what happened. Just round that off. Yeah, and I'm not throwing any of that stuff away. I'm keeping it. Okay, I'm going to turn you up a little bit. Oh, I just took that out of there. Okay. Alright. So, last night we added an inch to my hat so that it would fit. Well, it fits. So, this is why I'm saying add a 1/2 inch. I added an inch. So, it fits. But I do have a plan on how to make it not fall down to my neck. So, what I'm going to do is I'm either going to layer some, roll up some fun foam, and hot glue this into it, sort of like a brim on the inside to give it just a little bit more, to make it more snug. I'll get the words out. Let's see. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my little triangles all the way around. I won't be on tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to try to figure out how to use my Cricut to make gears and stuff to go on the hat and the box. Because I don't have any dies for gears. Me and my Cricut aren't really friends because I can never remember how you when you do a picture, I can never remember how you choose which lines to cut, and so I mess up more paper than I do getting images. But I don't throw anything away. I figure out a way to use it in art anyway. I have one whole box full of parts from other ones I've done that have not turned out. My hubby got it for me. It was right after I lost my job, and he was trying to cheer me up, and I thought that was so sweet. How's everybody doing today? I really was hoping that I'd be further along and we could be doing the painting today and then do... Oh, I'm so glad you guys can't see what I just did. It was quite humorous, though. If you would have, if I'd have put you back to the show one. Oh, wouldn't I? Okay, sorry. Set that to the side. Okay. I don't care that that's... What's this again? Yeah, I can never make up my mind, so... Oh yeah, that's better. See, I should have done the smaller ones yesterday. I went to your store yesterday, and let me tell you, I was in heaven. I saw quite a few pieces that I'm still trying to talk my husband into buying me. Okay. I wasn't in frame, was I? Crap. Okay, what I did was I folded all my little tabs up. If you all have ever covered a can, you know, that's what you do. Or any kind of round object, you know. In case you didn't know, that's what we're doing. You cut your little triangles and then you fold them down like that. And then we're going to open them back up. And then we're going to stick our little hat right there. And oh, I'm so excited it fit. Yes. Okay. Happy, happy, happy. I forgot to heat up my hot glue gun. Let's see. That was smart, wasn't it? Yeah, I was showing my husband some of your wire wrapping, and he said, let me guess, that's the next thing you want to learn how to do. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I used to make earrings and stuff in high school to make extra money and stuff. But nothing is like your bracelets and stuff. That's just beautiful. Sorry. No, no, don't fall. My husband builds countertops for a living. And so they use hot glue there. Or they call it hot melt. And so he's trying to use my glue gun last night. And he said, well, this stuff takes forever to dry. And of course, me being the smart aleck I am, I said, well, not if you put your hand in it. I said, ask anybody. It'll dry real quick. And he's like, well, the stuff we use at work, it dries like that. He said, you have to be really fast with it. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know you used a glue gun at work. And he goes, well, we don't. We have this, like, oven that keeps it heated to 450 degrees. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I want that to craft with. Okay, I'll keep that. rewatch the video and look for her. Because I had to turn my light out so y'all could see me. Let's see, what happens if I turn my light on? Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, now I can write. I've not done very many videos in a while, so I don't know what my setup was before. Hannah. She does I guess while we're waiting for the heat gun, I could at least watch my camera fall and y'all go with it, huh? Sorry. Jeez. This is like not my day. Nothing has gone, really? Nothing has gone right this morning. Okay. Come on, hammer. Oh, now y'all are sideways. Again. Sorry. Sorry. I'll tell you, this morning, it's just, it does not like me. Oh, good Lord. Oh, here it is. Alright, this is what I was telling you guys yesterday that I did. Is I take a dryer sheet and then I rub it all over my fun foam. Not only does it make the fun foam smell beautiful, but I am keeping all these little bits and bobs. Mixed media, baby. And then I take that off. It's just a pain. And yeah, I do put it back on though. But now they're not sticking to me. The other day when I was doing this, the static cling was so bad that they were sticking to me. They were just sticking to everything. So I went and got some dryer sheets. Because I figured if it takes static out of your clothes, then maybe it would help with this. Now, I don't care if some of the holes are not symmetrical, because the wonky ones that have like, oh, what am I trying to think? Like a chunk taken out of them. Let me see. Okay, I made one. Let's see. I don't think you can see that. Nope, you can't see that one very well. You know the ones that kind of look like a half moon or something like that? Let's see. You can't tell. Oh, yeah, I can. See how it's not completely round? Those I use to butt up against one of the sides, so it kind of looks like it's going up and under. Now these little bits that rip, I don't keep those. I guess I could. I just don't see the point in keeping that little stuff. Well, I guess I could. It could add texture to a page, couldn't it? Durr. Come on, get with the program. Like I said in my first video, you don't have to use the fun foam dots. You can do... Oh, my glue gun's ready. You can do it with hot glue. You can do it with the epoxy for making the rivets. Do not want to stick my fingers in that, so oops. And all I'm gluing down are the white tabs. I'm not gluing anything else to the anything else. Looks more like what his did. Okay, come on. And like I said yesterday, just remember this is gonna be hot. And no, I've not had time to go get my spatula yet. And yeah, I can glue right over the duct tape. That little box I made that we're going to decorate when we go to decorate the hat. It has duct tape on the inside. And I glued over it. Now, I don't know if all duct tape is like that or not. That you can glue on it. Wow, he got a lot of glue on my hat last night. Shoot. I forgot to do the panels on that one side. Dagnabbit. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. It's okay. Not stressing. Not stressing. You still need to make your brim. If you don't, if you're just needing to make it wider, which I'm thinking I'm going to make mine wider, instead of cutting a whole new brim, hold on a second. Ow, 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 ow. Take your, dang it. My hot glue is just not hot gluing today. What did I do? Oh, they're over here. Take your extra, if you cut extra, I did. Because, you know, I'm weird that way. Take these extras and just glue them out further. Sure, I kind of like how wavy mine is. And I'm afraid if I glue anything else to it, ow, ow, ow. I don't know how I did that. How did I do that? I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, you stick. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh yeah, because that's gonna make the glue stick using the glue gun. Hoisy boisy. Okay, so where are my little bits and bobs? Sorry for that flashing light. My cat is in the window playing. My husband, you know, when he was helping me do this last night, he kind of freaked out because he thought he had, I'm just covering that cardboard piece that I added last night now with my little cards that we cut. He thought I was going to be mad because he, broke my brim and made it wavier than what it was before. And I told him, I said, no, I actually like it a lot better. I said, I'm not upset at all. And he was so relieved because last night I actually had a meltdown. Because for the life of me, I could not figure out... Sorry, I was looking for my tweezers. For the life of me last night, I could not figure out how to fix my hat. And I was like, I don't really want to make another one. And I had posted in one of my asking for help, and it was so funny because Emily this morning says, the only thing I could think of to do to fix your hat is you might have to cut it, split it open. And I was like, that's so funny because that's what we wound up doing. It was the only thing I could think of at 8:30 at night. So my hubby, instead of going and playing his little game like he was going to, help me cut my hat because I didn't have the strength in my arms or hands, I mean, to cut them. Because I will tell you that hot glue, once you use hot glue like I did, it makes it heavy and it makes it hard. Where did you find large sheets of fun foam? Because seriously, I want to make one out of fun foam. Because fun foam's a lot more forgiving than cardboard. I'm having to look around my hat because my hat's so tall. See, if I did a smaller hat, I wouldn't have to. Because my Walmart, they only sell the little bitty sheets of fun foam. They don't sell the big sheets. I guess I should have moved. Oh well. Oh my gosh, I did glue my desk. Oh no, don't fall. You've had it for years and came upon it yesterday. Yeah. I thought I had some, and I went to where I thought my fun foam was, because I used to do fun foam crafts with my kids when they were younger. It wasn't fun foam, it was felt. I came across a crap ton of felt. So now I have to figure out what to do with some felt. Ole mole. Crap, this glue is hot. That's why they call it hot glue. I was showing my husband Kelly's hat last night, and I told him, I said, I would love to be able to put peacock feathers on mine. And he says, well, why don't you? And I said, well, first off, I said, we have 2 cats. And my cousin made me this little, okay, Carrie-Ann, log that had feathers on it, and they ate the feathers. I said, so unless I hang the hat from the ceiling, I said, they're just going to eat the feathers. And peacock feathers, I'm sure, are not cheap. Okay, we're going to throw that one away. It's no good. This one, I can reuse it. So we'll set him there. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking on how I'm doing this gap right now in the brim. Ow, ow. Okay, let's see. Good Lord. I'm not too worried about glue strings, because glue strings, I think, will just give it character. Let's see. And like I said, where there's bits of cardboard showing, don't worry about that because we're going to paint the entire thing. Now, if you don't want to do yours black, you don't have to do yours black. You can do yours whatever color you want. It's your steampunk. There are no rules. As a matter of fact, did anyone see hot glue Miss Elizabeth finish her okay, bye Carrie Ann. And now I'm buffering. Why am I buffering? Okay. Did anybody see Miss Elizabeth finish her found junk object thing she was making yesterday? I love the fact that she did purple. So I am thinking I am going to follow in Miss Elizabeth's footsteps, and my hat is gonna have different colors than just your standard black, gold, and copper. I think I'm gonna add some of that purple. I may even add the metallic green. I'm just going to have to play. But I will do the base coat in the black, of course. Okay. What time is it? Alright. So, like I said, I'm not worried about this right here because it will be painted black. You won't even tell. I am going to set this to the side. No, I'm not. I'm bringing it back because apparently I need to use my heat gun. And I've never used my heat gun while on the phone, so let me know if it's too loud, okay? I was trying to reactivate some of this glue so that I could get these to lay flatter. It didn't work out so well. Some of these too. Ow. Some of these are just not wanting to lay down. They just want to be a big old pain in my tushy. Okay, good, because like I said, I've never used it while on my phone. I know a lot of people say that the phone will change how it sounds. Oh, look, I bent my tweezers. Oh well. Good thing they're cheap tweezers. They came in my diamond painting, so I really don't care that I bent them. I'll get more. You get tweezers every time you order a diamond painting. And okay. I don't think that looks too shabby. Now what I'm going to do is I'll bring this one back. And I'm going to now set this one to the side. And I'm going to cut the little tabs off. But I'm saving the tabs because I'm hoping I can reattach them somehow. I don't know. My husband got glue all over my scissors. I have to figure out how to get the glue off my scissors now. Then he took my scissors. Oh, bless his heart. He was trying so hard to help me last night where I was having my meltdown. He grabbed a hold of my scissors that are just for fabric and started whacking away on cardboard. And I was in such shock, I didn't know what to say. And then when my senses came back to me, I was like, don't you think an X-Acto knife would be better? Oh yeah, that might work better. Okay. Hopefully my scissors aren't ruined. I didn't tell him that, but... okay. That may be a lot of glue. I don't know. I'm a glue happy person. Let's see. I actually like that. Yes, I do. Oh, I didn't think about that. I've got a ton of acetone. That would probably definitely work. Alrighty. Yay, we got the top back on. So now all I have to do is, let's see how weird I look. I'm gonna tilt it up. Oh, I actually like it. Yeah, okay. It's not as bad as I thought. Actually, if I turn the hat this way, it kind of fits. So, ooh, I may not have to do any adjusting. I like how this is where he broke my brim, but I actually like it. So, I'm probably not going to add any more to my brim. Nope. Don't think so. Okay. So, the only thing I have to do now is I have to do my rivets on all these. Back down this side again. Apparently glue that down a little bit better. And then, hey, crafty chick. I saw it pop up on my phone, but it went bye-bye, so I had to look over here. Well, let's see. Glue this side down just a little bit better. A little bit more butter. But, and now see I lost my, there we go. if I took those rivets off like I should have right there, that'd be okay. Alrighty. Got something in my eyeball. Let me unplug my glue gun, because we no longer need the glue gun. Pull the glue stick out. You can see where my husband used my glue gun last night. There was glue all over it. Bless him little hearts. He left the toolbox standing open. Oh, you're welcome. Not a problem. I think what I may do is actually use the... Oh, no. Okay, this is... FYI, if you use a heat gun on Fun Foam, apparently it will shrink. See that? They shrunk. I did not know Fun Foam would shrink. This is the size. Let's see if I can do this. This is the size they started out. And because I used the heat gun on them, do you see how much more they squishier, skinnier, smaller, whatever the word is I'm looking for. I can't believe that. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do with these. So I don't know. Huh. I was hoping to take them off the paper and use them, but yeah, that's not going to happen because I would have to hit them with the heat gun again to melt the glue. Yeah. Now, and that's the funny thing. I was watching Lost Wax the other day, and he said if you want to turn Fun Foam, let me tilt you down just a little bit, Fun Foam into faux leather, that you get your Fun Foam, you get some aluminum foil, and you crinkle it all up. And he said go outside to do this because it could smell. And after he crinkled up the aluminum foil, he pulled it back out, laid it on top of the Fun Foam on an old wooden ironing board. Then he took his iron and he put it on the lowest setting, and he put it on top of the Fun Foam. Okay, the aluminum foil is on top of the Fun Foam. So he's setting the iron on top, and he's slowly moving it around. And then when he pulls it off, you know how you get this look with paper to make it look like old leather? That's what he got on the Fun Foam. But why didn't his shrink? Because he was putting heat on it. Inquiring minds want to know. Now I'm going to have to get my iron out, and I'm going to have to get my aluminum foil out, and I'm going to have to try it. And I'm going to have to see. I'm going to measure my Fun Foam before I use the iron, and then after I use the iron, and I'm going to see if it shrinks. Because my foam dots shrunk when I used my heat gun. And I was just, oh, sorry. I was looking for my dots. I have to make more rivets. Yeah. I don't know what it is with my hole puncher. Sometimes it'll punch them completely out. And then other times it's like, nah, psych, not doing it, can't make me. I wonder if hole punches are like scissors. What I mean by that is, if you take your scissors and you cut aluminum foil, it's supposed to sharpen them. So I wonder if you take aluminum foil and punch holes with it with your hole punch, if it would sharpen them. Inquiring minds want to know. I won't be on here much longer because I have got to get ready so that I can take my son to work in a few minutes. But like I said, I wanted to come on. I was fighting with myself coming on because I didn't want everybody to see my oopsie. But you know what? If I don't show my oops and you make the same oops, then you'll be mad at me because I didn't show you that I did it wrong and I led you astray. So I sucked it up and I came on here and I showed you my oopsie and I showed you how to fix it. But you should have seen me because last night I wanted to throw that hat across the room because I was so upset with myself. I think I was more upset not just with myself, but that I knew Carrie Ann was making one too, and she was following my instructions, and I'm thinking, crap, I've just messed up all her hard work. And that's what I think really set me off over the edge last night and made me put on my thinking cap to figure out how to fix it so that maybe Carrie Ann didn't do what I did. Because I know how hard it is to get supplies sometimes. And even though we're just using stuff around the house, still, sometimes you don't always have a cardboard box laying around, or you only have so much glue, you know? Been there, done that. Not fun to mess up. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me punch a ton of rivets. Actually, if I was doing my dollhouse miniatures right now, these would be lemon wedges, or slices of lemon. I would get a toothpick, and I would draw my little lines on there, and after I drew my little lines on there, I would dip the toothpick tip in white ink, or white paint, and it wasn't my glue gun that shrank the foam, it was the, my heat tool. my heat tool shrink it. Because all my other rivets where I use the glue gun, I didn't use glue. I didn't use hot glue on them. I used tacky glue on them. But anywhere that my heat tool hit the fun foam, they shrink. Yeah, no, that's alright. But that's nice to know that the glue gun will shrink them too. Good thing I didn't use glue gun on my stupid rivets. But yeah, I would dip the toothpick in the white paint and use the very tip to draw the lines for the lemons. And then if you did it in green, like I have on the rivets, then you would do the same thing with the white paint, and then you would have lime slices. Yeah. Yep. I did miniatures. I may have to do some soon, someday. No, it's alright. It's not that big of a deal. Where did I put... Oh. Okay. I'm trying to put stuff up as I go. I took a bunch of Stampin' Up stamps off the blocks. I have a ton of these. So I keep one near my desk. And then I'm going to figure out how to use these. That's just all there is to it. These are going on my hat somehow, some way. I don't know how, though. Oh! Cool, a turkey. My dad called me this morning and he goes, well, guess what's on my back porch? And I'm like, an alligator. We live in Tennessee, by the way, so there was no alligator. He's like, no, you're close. And I'm like, how am I close? There's no alligators in Tennessee. And he said he had a doe and a fawn on his back deck. So, yeah. Welcome to Tennessee. Yeah, he's always getting doe. I live 15 minutes away from him. The last time in my subdivision I saw a deer, everybody in the neighborhood was standing outside because there was something wrong with it. Its fur was coming off. So I don't know if deers get mange, but that's what the deer looked like, and it was very young. Not fawn age, but not doe age. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't have its horns, but it was bigger than a baby. And somebody had to call. They called and they gave them permission to. Once it got away from the houses, they gave them permission to put it down, and animal control came and got it to run tests on it. No, they never did tell us what was wrong with it, but I've seen dead deer, and we've got fox that run around out here. The other day, well, it wasn't the other day, about a year ago, yeah, it was a year ago, I had come home from work, and I called my husband because I refused to get out of the truck. I've seen possums before, okay, don't get me wrong, and normally possums don't scare me. What makes this story really funny is the possum was on the inside of the fence. So I pull up to the gate, so the possum's on the other side of the gate. But I call my husband because I'm refusing to get out of the truck because this possum was bigger than a chihuahua. I mean, I have never seen a possum. It was a mutant. That's all there is to it. This possum was so big. And all I could think of is, if it's that big, it's going to come and eat me. So yeah, I called him and told him to come outside to save me from the mutant possum. And when he gets out there, of course, the possum falls over. And so now I'm concerned that the possum has just died, and I want him to go check the possum. And that's when he tells me, he called me, a dumb blank. And he says, no, it's plain dead. And I'm like, but are we sure? I don't know. Maybe it could have been the blue tongue. I don't know, but it looked like my dog that had mange. It was, everybody felt so sorry for it. There was even people trying to put out deer feed, not to kill it, but to feed it, because it was all skin and bones. Yeah, I know. I don't know, but you don't think that at the time. It was just so funny. I didn't even think about, plain possum means plain dead, because, that's what the possum does, so you don't eat it. All I was concerned about is this giant mutant possum that fell over dead. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's probably what was wrong with it. I know people were setting out buckets of water in their yards. Any of the hunters that had, like, feed or something, they were setting that out, and it would go over and it would sniff, but it wouldn't eat, it wouldn't drink. So I bet that is what it was wrong with it. It was a pitiful sight. I told my husband when we had the Gatlinburg fires some years back, I said, I hope that means, because all the animals were running down, I told him I hope that meant we'd get more deer in our area, and we didn't. Somehow my dad did. I don't understand that. I'm closer to the Gatlinburg area than he is. So tomorrow what I plan on doing is getting my Cricut out. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to I'm going to try and see if I can figure out how to do the, cut out some gears. There's some other things I want to try to cut out to put on my hat. Eventually, the hat will look like this. Now this I did with glue dots, or hot glue. I'm not doing that again. This is what the inside of my box looks like. But I want to cut out enough gears and stuff so that I can do this, I can do the hat, and because we're going to decorate them both at the same time. I probably will not paint it on, oh, thank you. I probably will not paint the hat during the live stream. I'll paint the hat beforehand, and all I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the black first. All the other colors I will do on live stream, but for the black, you just paint the whole thing black. And then we'll go through and we'll figure out what colors we want to put on it. I know, I felt so sorry for the deer. I did. That's the first sick deer I've seen. We've had, oh, good Lord, I've got hot glue gun on my shirt. Hot glue, not the hot glue gun. Um, uh, let's see. Yeah, I'll do the whole hat in black, and then Friday I'll come on and we will do the other colors so that I can show you how to do that. Then we will do the decorating. So that gives me all day tomorrow to figure out how to get my Cricut to like me again. Now, if you really want to watch that hat dry, I will come on and I will let you watch paint dry. But I think that's just boring. I don't mind it when Miss Elizabeth does it, because it's funny when she does it. Because she's slapping paint on, and then she's like, now we gotta let it dry, and then she slaps more paint right on it, and I'm like, you didn't let anything dry. I'm trying to think if this may be a 3-part video. Because if I cut all the gears and stuff out tomorrow, they'll all have to be painted. So I may paint the hat. I'll paint the hat tomorrow. I'll cut out everything I want to do. And then maybe we'll get the jelly plate out and do like Kelly did and slap some paint down and color all the gears that way, and whatever else I print out to go on the hat and stuff. Is that something you guys would be interested in watching? If not, I can skip doing that online and just do the putting together. Sorry, my allergies are killing me, so I keep rubbing my eyes. Okay, then I'll do that. I'll cut out a whole bunch of stuff and we will jelly plate it up on Friday and hopefully get this thing steampunk worthy. Should be alright. it should be fine. Fine like wine. I feel like Miss Elizabeth last night was, she's like, I don't know if I'm ready to put the paint on. Alrighty, well, that's all I have for today, I think, because, like I said, I don't want to bore you with me sitting here popping out little bitty fun foam rivets all day, because I don't know how many more it's going to take to do the rest of the hat. So, I'm going to say goodbye from Tennessee. I hope y'all have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Hit that like and hit that subscribe bell if you want to see more videos. Subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want notifications. Anyway, bye y'all from Tennessee. Have a good day. Bye everybody.